Guys, heads up. Fred's on his way over here with what he says is some really important information he wants to show us. It's about the guy who stole the other time machine.
This will be good for Copper since he's a new member of the team. Not really sure he has the experience to handle this job. But we really don't have much choice since his owner could write us out of the script and delete us completely if we wanted to be jerks about it.
I have to agree with Olaf somewhat. Copper's fat and out of shape, so not sure he can keep up with the rest of us.
I'm sure he'll be able to get into shape very quickly. I have the feeling we're going to be doing a lot of running in the days going forward.
Yeah, I know I'm a little out of shape. By the way, do we get snacks here? When's lunch?
No snacks here, pal. But there are a box of dog biscuits in the front for guests. They are for guests only, so don't get any ideas.
Couldn't I be considered a guest since I'm new? I'm hungry.
You're not a guest, Copper. Please leave those for the guests. You need to bring your own snacks from home if you need a snack throughout the day.
My owner only gives me a snack at noon and then before bedtime. Every once in a while I coax him into giving me a little extra. I guess I'll have to talk him out of a biscuit to bring for lunch since that's what I'm used to.
Doc's here, guys. Heads up.
Yo, Doc, what's up?
I'm about to show you. Let's get right to it, guys. If you would all have a seat facing the wall.
Wow, Doc, this must be pretty serious.
You have no idea how serious, Olaf. This is beyond serious. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that.
Okay, Doc, let her rip. We're ready.
I've been informed by some scientist friends about an underground network of, shall we say, less than reputable scientists and other professionals who are behind the theft of the time machine. I'm not even sure how they found out about it, as neither Sam nor I have told anyone except you guys about it.
Well, Doc, we do know one other individual who knows about it, and also has a very big mouth. He also very much falls into the less than reputable category you mentioned.
That could very well be. He may be connected in some way, and that wouldn't surprise me a bit. Since he'll do most anything for money, he might have told them about the time machine if he felt he could make some quick cash.
So what is this underground outfit involved with?
Well, I'm sure you remember hearing about the medical professionals who were getting paid under the table for providing body parts from people, and how they were actually killing people for their body parts and claiming they died of natural causes. A lot of doctors and surgeons were getting kickbacks for providing rich men with livers, hearts, and whatnot.
So this guy's going after body parts? Are they actually doing that again?
I'm sure it's never stopped completely, to be honest. They're just not being as blatant about it. However, in this particular instance, it's a completely different situation altogether.
So what are they after now?
Have you ever seen the movie Jurassic Park?
Yeah, who hasn't?
Dr. Rex is an expert in the field of DNA research. In fact, at one point he was one of the most premier experts in the world. However, he was doing some illegal activities along with his research, and was fired from his position. In turn, he became associated with this underground group of people. Due to his expertise in DNA research, he was given an assignment. They are attempting to replicate what was done in the movie.
How in the world could they do that? What was done in the movie could never be done in real life. I'd think you'd need actual DNA from a living dinosaur, or even a living dinosaur itself in order to do that.
Exactly. And that is precisely what they intend to do. Thus, the need for the time machine. My source said they already either had DNA or had babies of the following species. Please follow along. Here you see the species for which they already either have the DNA or actual babies. You remember the fiasco having animals such as these in modern times caused. And that was only a movie. To think of such a scenario in real life right now is absolutely horrifying. And an aspect that the movie didn't have is that such a capacity to create such creatures wasn't in the hands of hardened criminals.
I can only imagine what having such power in the hands of people with no morals would be like. Also, you do know the amount of money criminals like that would be able to make, being able to provide zoos, parks, and whatever else with actual dinosaurs.
It's a very scary proposition indeed. The one advantage I have is that I'm able to trace when and where the time machine is going. That's how Sam was able to keep track of us while we were gone into the future. At present, the time machine is here, but it does not give me an exact location. However, it does provide a readout of its travels. I see that yesterday Dr. Rex went into the past to 3023 BC, so it looks like he simply changed it from future to past, since the last setting was 3023 AD.
So that would be the time period of the dinosaurs? I thought they only existed billions of years ago.
That's a fallacy created by ignorant minds not in line with science. That actually would be the perfect time. According to creation scientists, the flood occurred around 2348 BC, so we'd be looking at approximately 700 years before the flood. Dinosaurs would be alive and well, plenty of babies to steal and plenty from which DNA could be extracted.
I'm not sure I'd want to try extracting DNA from a T-Rex. That would be a good way to get eaten.
That's not how you do it. There's no possible way you could do that without getting killed. But you could extract the DNA from babies, from eggs, from dead animals. As long as you didn't take too many risks, it wouldn't be all that difficult.
So do we know how many animals he's brought back to the present? Or is there any way to tell?
My source confirmed there was at least DNA from the animals I showed you. However, as to the actual count or further details, it's only a guess. However, I was able to confirm from the readout that he's made 2 trips, and I'm sure he's planning a 3rd. Although this may sound a bit crazy, if he makes another trip back in time and we follow him there, he will be much easier to track down.
How is that? For some reason, that doesn't make sense to me.
Because, my friend, the electronic signal from that time machine will be much stronger and easier to distinguish, as there will be no other electronic signals in existence. So any signal at all that we receive, we will know it's him. There will be nothing else in that time period that can interfere. That's the reason I can't track its precise location, even though I can see the time period it's in. There's too much electronic interference if it is inside a building, which it must be because I'm not getting a location reading on it.
Well, what about aliens interfering? What if some people are right and there are aliens on the Earth building all this stuff some believe they built?
Sorry, I do not believe in aliens. A lot of the structures and whatnot attributed to them were built by very intelligent human beings of the time period. We highly underestimate their skills and intelligence. They had building methods and other skills that have been lost through time that we can only wish we had. The law of entropy applies to the human race just like it applies to anything else. While we may have grown technologically, we have regressed intellectually and in our natural skills. Read a book written 100 years ago and you really have to concentrate to understand it. Our society has been watered down so badly it's sad. We are a joke intellectually compared to them, even though our technology might be greater.
Okay, Doc, so what's the plan?
I have set an alarm on the monitor to alert me whenever the time machine makes a move in time. We must be ready at a moment's notice, as we won't know how long he will be in that time period. If he has sources of DNA set up, he could be there for a couple of days or he could be there for 10 minutes. We have no way of knowing. I know that puts an added burden on all of you, but that can't be helped.
Doc, you can count on us. You know that. It's not like we have to take time to get dressed or anything.
When we go, can we bring snacks? I might get hungry.
Yes, you can bring snacks, but our main concern is making sure that you don't become a snack, or any of us for that matter.
I hear that. I have no desire to change my name to Lunch.
Guys, he's on the move. Meet me at the lab.